In this video, we will cover the creation of stop and exit codes within Nav, as well as their use within the SFDC screen and the reporting that they then produce within Nav. We will begin with the stop codes. These are used to show that a machine is not running and why this is the case. Stop codes are created within Nav within the stop code screen. I'm just going to navigate there using the search functionality. To add a stop code, select New from the ribbon, input a code, I'm just going to enter lunch, input a description, I'm going to enter lunch break. Now you want to state whether or not this is a planned stop. So a planned stop is something that happens regularly and that's something that you know about, so a lunch break will be planned. An example of an unplanned stop will be something like a power cut or an operator error, because they aren't things that you expect as part of the normal process. Once that's set up, I'm just going to select OK. That will now automatically pull through to the SFDC screens, which we're now going to look at. So I already have a production order ready loaded into my output screen. So in order to view that new stop code, I'm just going to select Stop. And as you can see, lunch break has now become available from the stop reason code screen. So I'm just going to select this. I'm now going to select OK. And this will direct me back to the output screen. As you can see, my output screen has changed to orange. This is to make it more visible on the shop floor. You can also see that machine information on the top line has also changed. So my status is planned stop, my reason is lunch. Now, if this had been an unplanned stop, that would also reflect on the status, and the background colour would be red. So I'm just going to show you. See if I click Start and Stop again. I'm just going to select one of my unplanned stop reason codes. So I'm just going to select Power Cut and OK. So as you can see, it's much more visible now that this is an unplanned stop. My status has changed to stopped rather than planned stop, and my reason is power cut. If the power to the machine was to come back, I need to start the machine again. So I'm just going to select Start, and now I need to confirm my stop reason code. So I may have thought that it was a power cut, but in actual fact it was an operator error, and that's where you can change that decision. I'm just going to select OK again. And I'm back to running. Now we're back in Nav. I'm going to look at the creation and setup of exit codes. Exit codes differ from stop codes in that an operator may need to exit their current production order for reasons other than machine being stopped, such as, for example, being told that an order has come through which is higher priority than the one they're currently working on. So I'm going to navigate to exit codes using the search functionality. Now as you can see, the exit code screen is very similar to the stop code screen. However, here we don't have a planned stop tick box, we only have the code and description. So in order to enter a new code, I'm just going to select the next line down, or you can select New. In code, I'm just going to enter Management. And in description, I'm going to enter Management Request. And OK. Once OK has been selected, much like the stop code setup, these exit codes will automatically pull back into your SFDC output screen, which is what we're going to look at next. I'm now back on my production order on SFDC. And as you can see, exit is not immediately available on the navigation pane. It will only become viewable once a production order has been stopped through an unplanned stop. So I'm going to select Stop on an order and then select Operator Error. And OK. And then I'm going to select Exit. So I'm going to select Operator Error again. And then I'm going to select my newly created exit code of management request and OK. You'll see that now I'll be redirected back to the production order lines of the machine centre that I was originally on. I can also go back to select another machine centre if I wish. And again, I can select a production order from here. In the last section of this video, we will be looking at where stop and exit codes are reported within NAV. I'm going to open the SFDC device log. And now I'm going to sort by date order. Within this screen, we can see all of the activity that I've just undertaken as part of this demonstration. I can see which device this was done on. So as you can see, I was logged into device 1. I can see the production order that it was completed on, the production order line number, the operation number, which relates to the routing, the operator number, which was myself, the entry type, which as you can see, we both stopped and exited, the stop status. So as you can see from some entries further down the screen, there is a difference between the planned stops and the stops within the SFDC device log. We have the entry time, then we have the reason codes. So here you can see that I entered operator error for my initial stop reason code. I then entered it again as my actual stop reason code when I wanted to exit, and then my final exit code was the management request that I created. If you have operator costs set up, the time that is spent within each of these screens whilst trying to stop or exit a production order is also recorded, so you can see how much time is spent doing each of these operations. In this video, we covered the creation, usage and reporting of stop and exit codes. In the next video, we will look at the creation, posting and reporting of scrap and byproducts.